Ming, welcome to class. Su Ming, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Good to see you.
Okay. And my name is Josh. But yeah. And Su Ming, where are you from?
I'm from Hong Kong.
Okay, from Hong Kong. Great. And Michael, welcome back to class. Michael, how are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
Doing well, thank you for asking. Michael, so where are you from, Michael?
Russia.
Okay. Is this the Michael that I have in class frequently?
You
It
kinda
sounds like
asking.
your voice sounds a little bit different this time.
Are you sure?
A little
maybe
bit.
maybe I'm
Most
sad.
Maybe you're sad. Why are you sad?
Well, sometimes you have like better moments. Sometimes like something not so good happening. So at some point you could be sad. So
Yeah,
I could be
okay,
a little bit
definitely.
sad. But that's okay. That's not
Perhaps.
not the end of the world. So
It isn't the end of the world. Yeah, but
yeah.
welcome back. And Isaac, welcome to class as well. Isaac, how are you doing?
Hi, Joshua. Fine, and you?
I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Um, Isaac, where are you from?
Valencia, Spain.
Okay, Valencia, Spain. And what do you like to do in your free time, Isaac?
Sport.
Sorry?
Sport.
Sports. Okay. So
And,
what types of
and
sports?
every kind of sports.
Okay. We'd say
I'm
maybe
trying
eh,
to learn some English.
okay. Also a good thing to do in your free time. We'd probably say every kind of sport. Might be a bit better,
Okay,
but awesome.
okay.
So good. Let's get started with the lesson. I'm gonna put it up on a screen share once I get it. So actually, let's get one more question. Su Ming, what do you like to do in your free time, Su Ming?
I like um I like go to swim.
Okay, you like to swim.
Yeah, swim.
Okay, yeah. Do you swim competitively? So do you
No,
swim?
just a hobby.
Okay, awesome. So just a hobby. Yeah, that's awesome though. Swimming's a really good exercise. And so here, let's get the screen share going. And let's start with Savina. Savina, can you read the title and the next couple of lines?
Of course, banking. In today's class, we will use money idioms, practicing going to the bank, talk about loans and debt.
Awesome. Good correction with idioms. That sounded perfect. Really good job. Okay, and let's go to the next page. And Michael, can you ask Isaac the first question?
What is happening in the picture? What happened before the picture was taken?
Oh, well, it seems like this man lost his money.
Yeah, okay. That seems good. Good grammar as well. Yeah, okay. So it seems like he lost his money. How do you think he lost his money, Isaac?
Maybe a bad invest.
Okay, so maybe a bad investment, we'd
Investment.
say. Yeah, okay, good. So yeah, maybe he made a bad investment and he didn't get his money. Good. Selma, welcome to class. Selma, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking.
Okay, awesome. Selma, where are you from?
From
Um, okay, I'm not sure if I heard you very well on that one. But that's okay. And
I
Amal,
said
oh, yeah, keep going.
I don't know, that's fine. Um,
Sorry, Selma. You can keep going. Where are you from?
Algeria.
Okay,
Did you hear me
good.
now?
Well, yeah, I heard you now. Good. And Ahmad, welcome to class.
Uh,
Ahmad, how are you doing?
Hi, how are you? I am fine.
Nice. Good to hear. Okay, and so let's have Isaac. Can you ask Ahmad the second question?
Yes. Have you ever lost your money or a wallet? How?
Hmm. No, I never.
Okay. We'd say I have never.
Okay,
I've
I
never.
lost any money.
Good. Okay. But yeah, just remember we'd use that past or present perfect. Present perfect. Okay, good. And Ahmad, can you, well, let's go to the next page. Let's have Adela. Can you read the title and the directions?
Yes, vocabulary. Define the words or use them in a sentence.
Really nice job. Good pronunciation. Maybe vocabulary. Can you repeat vocabulary?
Vocabulary.
Nice. Really good job. And can you read the first three words, Adela?
Okay. Overdrawn, statement, and balance.
Good. Okay. And does anybody have a question about the first three words? Any questions about the first three words?
Yep, overdrawn.
Okay, good. And who can explain overdrawn?
I think it is related to checks. If
Okay.
you draw a check without having money on your account, you overdrew a check, and it can bounce.
Exactly. Definitely. The person who works in banks. Perfect, Savina. That was awesome. So yeah, you overdraw your account when you take out more money than you have in, or when you draw a check that doesn't have enough money in the bank to support it. So yeah, that was perfect. Any other questions about the first three words?
Is it blocked? Is it blocked, the account, or what?
It's not when the account is blocked. So it's just when there's not enough money in the account. So when you take out more money than you have
Uh-huh.
in, usually the bank will give you a fine and charge you money for this.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Oh,
What about the, huh?
yes. No, there are a lot of things to overdraw because in Spain we use the red number because in the account when you have a debt is in red, negative numbers. They are same or no?
So it's a little bit different. Um, Pretty much the same though. Yeah. So when you've taken out more money than you have in, and you're in the red, so being in debt. So being in debt is a little bit different. So when you've taken out a loan, you're still in the red, but you haven't overdrawn an account. So I think it's a little bit different, but pretty similar. Does that make sense, Adela? Ooh, and there she goes. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And so the other two words, does everybody know what those are? Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Perfect. Let's go and have Su Ming. Su Ming, can you read the next three words?
Okay. Loan, direct deposit, debit.
Good. It's actually debt, the last one. Can you repeat debt?
Debt.
Good. Awesome. Debt. And direct deposit and loan both sounded good. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about any of these words? Okay, good. And so, Shelma, can you read the next three words? Sorry, Selma, can you read the next three words? Okay, maybe we can move on. Sabina, can you read the next 3 words?
Yes. Withdraw, interest, collateral.
Nice. Really good pronunciation. Maybe the only small thing, withdraw. Withdraw.
Withdraw. Oh, it's difficult.
It's a tough word. That was good though. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about these 3 words?
Yes, withdraw, Joshua.
Okay, withdraw. And who can explain withdraw? Can anybody explain withdraw?
To take the money from the account, from your account.
Yeah, exactly. Nice job.
Okay.
Any other questions?
The last word, please.
Okay, good. And who can explain the last word? Collateral.
Is the thing you give when you take a credit, you give something for that.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Really nice job. Okay, and let's have Sabina, can you make a sentence using this word? Can you make a sentence using this word?
Yes, nowadays a lot of people ask for loans to in a bank to pay for their holidays.
Awesome. Nowadays, a lot of people ask for loans from banks to pay
Okay.
for, and then we'd probably say pay for vacations.
Okay.
So yeah, in English, it's a vacation instead of a holiday. Well, it's really similar. The words are similar. Vacation is probably a little bit more common. I think both could work, but nice, really good job. Hopefully nobody has a question. So let's go to the next page. And Sabina, can you ask Michael the first question?
Of course. What do you look for when choosing a bank?
Well, to be honest, I'm very picky with that. And when I choosing a bank, first I look up for all the banks that we have in my city, and I look for all the banks, like the list of those banks, because there are many. And after that, I look up the rating. Yeah, the rating or what?
Yeah, the rating.
How is rate? Yeah, is it correct?
Oh, so the interest rate.
No. So like there is a list, and you can see by their results how they work. Like each year, you can see which bank is the most is the best bank, and second bank, third bank by their profit. What's that? By
Okay, so yeah, you could call that ratings. So I look at the ratings of the banks.
Yeah,
definitely.
I look at the ratings, and after that I look the bank to do not be in last in the list, to be somewhere in the middle or first from the first banks. And second step is I look up like the terms and conditions. So it's I think it's mandatory. So the bank that I choose to don't have like any additional fees or charges.
Yeah.
Should
Nice.
be all free. I think this is because they take my money, and I think they shouldn't charge for that anything. I mean, if I put if I open a deposit or something, they shouldn't charge anything for that.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. Okay, really good explanation. Good grammar, Michael. I wouldn't change anything. That sounded good. Okay, and Michael, can you ask Isaac the next question? Sorry, Michael, can you ask Isaac the next question? Michael, are you back?
Yep. Sorry,
Okay.
I got disconnected.
That's okay. Michael, can you ask Isaac the next question?
Okay. Did you like my answer about?
Yeah, it was great. Like I said, I wouldn't change anything. So, Michael, that was very good. We might have lost you again. Okay, Sabina, can you ask Isaac the next question?
Okay. Isaac, if you had $1 million that you couldn't put in a bank, what would you do with it?
Well, I would spend it
Okay,
and
what
Definitely.
enjoy a lot.
would you spend it on?
Travels,
Okay, where would you go?
the States.
Okay, where in the States?
Whoa.
Pardon?
Too many questions.
I'll visit mountains.
I'd visit, we'd say the mountains.
The mountains, like Colorado
Okay, in Colorado.
and beaches. The beaches too.
Okay, and the beach too. So the beach,
too.
well, so you could say the beach, which is one specific general idea of the beach. So that's an odd noun, actually, but we would say the beach. Or you could
Beach,
say,
okay.
I'd visit beaches. So if you wanted to use plural, there'd be no article. I'd visit beaches.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and then Yellowstone. Awesome, yeah, Yellowstone would be fun in California. Good, okay. And Isaac, can you ask Ahmad the same question?
If you had $1 million that you couldn't put in a bank, what would you do with it?
I would give it to charity.
Nice. Okay. That's a good answer. Okay. And do you have a specific charity in mind? Do you know which charity?
Yeah, charity is this organization that help people or community, something like that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so just a general charity. Good, really good answer. Okay, does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions?
I feel bad after that.
Yeah, I do too. But good, that was a good answer.
After
And
what?
after Ahmad's answer, Ahmad just had a very kind answer. So he was generous and he gave it to charity.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I often say this answer in verbal classes.
That you'll give your money to charity?
Yep. This question kind of is usually in verbal classes is kind of you can meet this question. You can see this question once in 3 days.
Nice.
Yeah.
Once every 3 days.
Once
But
every 3 days. Yeah, you can see this question in different classes. I mean, at some point.
That's funny. I did not know that. I might take the question out.
And I always say that half I would let for me and half I would give to charities. Something like that.
Okay. Yeah. No, good answer though. And Ken, welcome to class. Ken, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Okay, and so Adela, can you read the title of this page?
Okay, pronunciation, tongue twister.
Nice. Pronunciation. Can you repeat one more? Yeah.
Pronunciation, tongue twister.
Nice. Okay, and Adela, can you read the first sentence?
Kane's credit card got cancelled. She can't charge the large lodge she has. The cost is a little short. You can increase the zoom a little.
I can't. So what I can do though, I can put it
Because
in
it's
Google Drive.
My notebook is very
Small.
yes.
I understand.
My screen It's very
Okay.
but I read that.
So
Change
it's
the
actually in Google Drive now. If you want to download it from Google Drive, you can go there. So that goes with anybody in class too. So
I try.
okay.
Okay. One moment, please.
Yeah.
Open Google Drive. Okay. Okay. Banking PDF. No.
Yeah.
This is the PDF. Okay. Oof. Oh, sorry.
Don't be sorry.
It's open, but
Okay, so we're on page
yes, it's a
5.
problem to the. Okay, it's loading.
Okay.
Sorry.
Don't
for
be
the.
sorry. Okay, so while it's loading, Su Ming, can you read the first sentence, Su Ming?
Yeah. Clarice credit card got cancelled. She can't charge the large lodge. She has to catch up the cash.
Good. Okay, so the only small thing I saw there was cough. Can you repeat cough?
Cough.
Nice. Good. Cough. Okay, and yeah, I
have
think that sounded. Okay, great, Adela. Adela, can you read the second sentence?
Bob blundered to the bank to check his balance after buying a beautiful black BMW.
Good. Okay, so can you repeat bumbled? Bumbled?
Bumble. Bob Bumble.
Yeah, bumbled. And to the bank to check his balance. Can you repeat balance?
Balance.
Awesome. Nice job. Balance. Okay, and after buying. Can you also repeat buying?
Buying.
Good. I think that sounded great. Can you read the sentence one more time?
Bob bumbled to the bank to check his balance after buying beautiful black BMW.
Nice. Okay, good. Remember after buying just the article, but that sounded good. Okay. Any questions on this page?
What is the meaning of bumble?
Okay, so bumble is like to move or walk clumsily. So does that make sense? Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so yeah, when you bumble around, you run into things, you can't walk in a straight line maybe. It's kind of like maybe not being drunk, but just being clumsy.
So why in this sentence is written Bob bumbled but not Bob walked?
So bumble is just a way of walking. So it was just a good adjective that was alliterative. So it would be a little bit difficult. So Bob and bumbled and bank. I'll start with B's. So it's alliteration. So it helps with the tongue twister, and that's why I put it there. Does that answer your question?
With what helps? Could you repeat?
So the alliteration, when every word starts with a B,
okay,
called alliteration. So a lot of times tongue twisters.
Sorry. Yeah, now I missed the part that this is a tongue twister. Sorry, I didn't pay attention. Now it's clear that this is tongue twister, so there could not be any sense at all in this tongue twisters.
Yeah.
But
okay.
It's possible to means is not they not strike, they not avec with decision because it's possible don't have any money to buy. No, it's possible.
Can you repeat your question? I'm not sure if
sorry.
I understood.
Bumble in this context is possible means they go to the bank not with decision because it's possible don't have any money to buy the car.
Yeah.
It's go, no go. This is same, no? Possible? More or less is.
So you could say maybe because he's like anxious about not having any money, so he could bumble, so he's like not really sure, and so he's not walking with decision. Yeah, I think that would work. Yeah, okay. Any other questions on this page? Does anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, Joshua.
Okay.
One question. What means lodge?
Lodge? Okay, so a lodge is like a house. Usually it's a house in the mountains, and it's often built of wood.
Okay.
Okay, good. Any other questions? Any last questions?
Cough up, please.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, can anybody explain cough up?
Maybe to provide cash in this case.
Yeah, okay. So it's like to provide something against your will, usually. So if you're gambling with a friend and you lose your bet, he can tell you, cough up the cash, Josh, because you don't want to pay, but it's something that you have to pay still. So usually something that you pay against your will is when you cough it up. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, good. And nice job, Savina. Really good explanation. Let's go to the next page. You're welcome. And let's have, I think we're back to Sabina. Sabina, can you read the title?
Prepositions. Fill in the prepositions in the dialogue.
Nice. Okay. And Sabina, can you play Mary? And Michael, can you play Bob?
Okay.
Okay.
Hey Bob. What did you do in the bank yesterday?
At the bank.
Yeah, I think it would be at. In the bank actually could work. So both of them are correct. You could say in the bank, Sabina. Good.
Oh, thanks.
I went at the bank to ask a loan, for a loan.
Yeah, for a loan, but not at the bank. We'd use a different preposition.
In the bank.
Close.
To the bank. I went to the bank to ask for a loan. The banker said no when he heard about my plan, though.
Perfect.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was your plan?
I wanted to export limas.
Why would you do that?
Limas are great to ride on. Ride on?
Mm-hmm.
They can take you to the store.
Good.
To work. Anywhere. Yeah, to work.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you don't have to fill them with gas. To fill them, I don't know.
This is a tough one. Can anybody help him out?
In.
It's not in.
Up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, up.
Fill them up with gas.
Okay, and we lost Sabina. So
Mary.
Isaac, can you finish Mary's line?
Mary. I don't know.
Okay, this is a tough one. Sabina, you're back. So can you try to finish your line?
Oh, thanks. The connection is awful today.
That's okay.
From such a smart guy, that sounds like one of the worst plans I've ever heard.
Okay, and so what was the first preposition?
From.
Not quite from. It's another preposition that starts with F.
For. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for.
For.
Yeah, so can you repeat the sentence?
For such a smart guy, that sounds like one of the worst plans I've ever heard.
Yeah, good. And so remember, there would be no comma there. That was my mistake. Sorry about that. But good, that was perfect. And so Isaac, can you play Mary? And Ahmad, can you play Bob?
Okay.
Hey Bob, what do you do at the bank the yesterday?
Okay.
Oh wow. Yeah, there's sorry, there shouldn't be a the there.
Okay. I went to the bank to ask for a loan. The banker said no, when he heard about my plan, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was your plan?
I wanted to export, I can see the word, llamas?
Llamas.
Llamas, yeah, okay.
Why would you do that?
Llamas are great to ride on. They can take you to the store, to work, anywhere. Plus, you don't have to fill them up with gas.
For such a smart guy, that sounds like one of the worst plans I've ever heard.
Perfect. Really nice job, both of you guys. That sounded perfect, and good job filling in the blanks with those prepositions. Michael, can you repeat llamas? Llamas?
Llamas.
Perfect. And does anybody have any questions about anything on this page? Okay. And so, Adela, can you
Yes.
describe a llama? Can you describe what a llama is?
La llama, because it's in Peru, this is a camelid. It's same to camel, but in the Andean region. They are different types because they are llamas, vicuñas, alpacas. This is same.
Yeah.
Is the family to camel.
Okay. Yeah, so they're similar to camels. And we'd
But
say
but small, a little small that camel.
okay. So then we'd also say but smaller. So yeah, so one of the things with these comparatives and superlatives, often if the adjective is a short adjective, we can just add er. So think as like a
Is it-
general rule. If things are
Is-
under
Yes,
Sorry.
llamas is smaller than camel.
Yeah, and we'd say in English we do say llamas are.
Okay.
Llamas are smaller.
Are smaller
Yeah.
than camel.
Yeah, and then we'd make camel plural. Llamas are smaller than camels.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And so just like I was saying, a general rule for smaller and things like that. If the word is under, we would just so you can say smarter or faster, quicker, but things like intelligent, you'd say more intelligent.
More intelligent, yes.
Okay, good, yeah. And so that's just a small thing, but good, really great job. Let's go to the next page, and let's have Adela, can you read person A? And Sum, can you read person B?
Person A, you go to a bank in order to ask for a business loan. Tell the banker why you want a loan and convince him that he should pay you the money.
Okay. You work at the bank, tell the customer, but be uh, skeptical about their business plan. With each fraud, you might get fired from your position.
Good. And can you repeat skeptical?
Skeptical.
Yeah, skeptical. Good. That sounded good. Nice job pronouncing fired and position. Yeah, that sounded great. Okay. And so Adela, can you play person A? And Sum, can you play person B?
Okay. Good morning. I have an appointment with the bank manager.
Nice.
Is possible to have the meeting?
Do you have any business plan? We need to consider your plan is successful or not.
Okay. I need little money for a business. I'm thinking about the possibility to import same object of China to sell here in US. And I need for this business I need an amount of money to start. Sorry. What do you think?
Do you have any experience in this business?
Yes, it's not my first business because I had experience with another business. I had success, but in this moment I need to start a new experience. I can I have the property to for the bank to have the money to have a loan. I think is a good reference, no? About I have uh, mm, I have a house, a flat, and a garage.
Okay, so collateral.
What is the?
So we'd say I've got collateral to put up. Yeah, so if you have a house and a garage, it would be collateral on your business loan. Does that make sense, Adela?
Yes, it's if you don't pay, the bank take the property.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. I think you better lift down your proposal for us. We will consider for 2 days, and we will give you a reply.
Nice. Okay, that sounded really good. So maybe
Thank
leave your
you.
proposal for 2 days. Good job, though.
Thank you. You are very kind. I telephone in 2 days to have a response.
Okay.
An answer.
You are
Thank
welcome. We hope to cooperate with you.
We hope to be able to work with you. We hope to cooperate with you would be a little bit different soon.
Yeah. Okay.
So hopefully we can do business together. Hopefully we can work together. Hopefully we can work with you.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully we can collaborate. You could say collaborate as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But cooperate would be a little bit different. And Alera, instead of saying I'll telephone, I will call, or I'll call in 2 days. Would sound much more normal. But good.
Yeah.
And then there's one other thing. I'm thinking about the possibility of importing. I think would sound better. So we just changed the preposition that you used there. But good, that sounded great. And okay, so does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay, good, no questions. Let's go on. And Sabina, can you read the title and the directions?
Imagine what happens. Explain what happened before, during, and after the picture.
Perfect. And Sabina, can you start with what happened before?
Maybe this girl was short of money, so she decided to withdraw from teller machine, an ATM, I think it's called, and she used her debit card, but while trying to withdraw the money, I think that there was a blackout and the ATM withdraw her debit card. So now she's without money and without a debit card.
Okay, good. So the ATM, we would say it ate her debit card. It wouldn't withdraw it, it would eat it.
It is. Okay.
Yeah. It's a strange expression, but that's what we'd say in English. Okay, yeah, so maybe that's what happened. Michael, do you have anything to add? Or do you have a different story, maybe?
Well, I think blackout with ATM, it's kind of unlikely to happen because they have so alternative source of energy, I presume.
Okay.
And could be that her card was blocked.
Okay, and why was it blocked?
Well, why was blocked? Because she had a small amount of money on it, and every month from the card she has like auto payment. Yeah, is it auto payment called?
Yeah. She has a car payment or an auto payment? Yeah.
No. So when each month from the card companies charge from their services like by themselves without you to know.
Okay, yeah, so she, I think you'd say you got an auto payment. So her bills were automatically paid, or she had her bills automatically paid.
Yeah, there is like a better expression in English, like
there is a better expression. Hold on.
authentication, like with.
You could say auto pay. Auto pay works. Automatic bill paying.
Yeah, automatic bill paying. She has like from many companies, and those companies. What is the more proper word than took the money? They what? They withdrawn the money from her card?
Yeah. They've withdrawn.
From her card, and she went in minus.
Yeah, so she went negative. Good.
She went negative, and when she wanted to take some money from the ATM, there was written that your card is blocked. Call us, call the bank.
Perfect. Okay, that sounds good.
And what did she say in this picture, Joshua?
What did she say?
Yeah, what did she say? What do Americans say when they're upset?
Oh gosh, they probably curse.
What? I've heard like freak.
Probably something like that. Yeah, it wouldn't be any good stream of words that she would say. Adela, can you read your sentence?
The dialogue or my sentence, sorry?
Your sentence.
She thinks, oh my gosh, I've spent all my monthly budget.
Yeah, and we would say instead of I've spended, I've spent.
Spent. Yes, it's irregular. Yes.
Yeah. Good.
I think after.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yes.
Makes sense, but good. Exactly, that was perfect.
Spent, yes.
And welcome to class, Ravi. Ravi, you've come just as we're closing up class. We're going to continue for maybe 10 minutes because I started class late. Ravi, how are you doing? You've got an imposing figure there too. Ravi, how are you?
Hello.
Okay, hi.
Well, hello, hi. I'm fine.
Okay, good. And so, yeah, let's get started on the next page. And let's try, Adela, can you read the title and the directions?
Yeah, dialogue, idiom equal money to burn, more money than you need.
Good. Okay, and Michael, can you play Michaela? And Isaac, can you play Ellen? Sorry, Michael, can you play Michaela? And
Yep.
Isaac, yeah, can
Okay.
you play Ellen?
Delete the A at the end. So, hey Ellen, did you hear about Sarah's new purchase?
No, what did she buy? I hope it's not another car.
Nope. She bought a house in the Spanish countryside.
Wow, she's really got money to burn, doesn't she?
Yep, but she says it's not too bad because things are cheaper in Spain.
Not that much cheaper. I wish I had that kind of cash.
Me too.
Nice, really good job. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay, good. Let's go to the next page. And Isaac, can you ask Ahmad the first question?
Yes? What did Sarah buy?
She bought a house
Okay, and where?
in the Spanish countryside.
Perfect. Nice job, Ahmad. Great answer. Ahmad, can you ask Adela the next question?
Well, Adela, what excuse does Sarah give for buying it?
I think Sarah thinks the is Spain is cheaper than her country.
Yeah, okay, good. And so Spain is cheaper than her country. And Adela, can you ask Ravi the next question?
Yes. Do you know anyone with money to burn?
This question for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's that money to burn?
To have a lot. To
Lots
no,
of money.
you can spend, no?
Yeah.
More money than you need. Okay.
Money to burn, more money than you need. Okay.
Yeah, so she's really got money to burn. Okay, so Ravi, can you try to answer the question now?
Mm,
Or if you don't know, Ravi, you can ask Michael the same question.
okay. Do you know anything about money to burn?
Anyone? Well, I presume I know, but it's not really money to burn, so they could spend them on something, but they just trying to save them for something better, maybe, or something as for rainy days. Yeah, Joshua?
Yeah, so they're trying to save their money for a rainy day. That'd be good.
Yeah, for a rainy day, but yeah, they have more than average, for example, person, and but the money they need the money.
Okay, yeah.
For other things. Maybe they don't spend on like clothes, on property, but they try to to keep the money.
Okay, maybe invest it in other things that'll gain them more money, but good.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, and so we're just about out of time. We've gone over a little bit because I did start class late, But does anybody have any last questions?
What is opposite of money to burn?
Broke? I don't know. Yeah, so it probably doesn't necessarily have.
No, I know. It's like poor as a church mouse, Poor as a church mouse, yeah?
Yeah, that'd be an expression. I've actually never heard that one before.
No?
But it makes sense. Yeah, poor as a church mouse.
Yeah, poor as a church mouse. So, are you poor as a church mouse or are you money to burn guy?
I'm definitely not money to burn. I don't have money to burn. But I'm not poor as a church mouse either.
Okay. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, and so everybody, well, nice class, and hopefully I'll see you guys all again soon. Yeah, let me know if you have any last questions, but have a good day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
teacher.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care. Bye.